Hello, hello, hello. This is Rich Kale here on YouTube, Rich Gen X elsewhere, and it's time to continue with our adventures in Syberia 2. Alright. So, when we last left off, we had to get something. We had to get a shroud. Because we're going to need this. Oh. Oh dear. We don't need to have her catch a cold. Alright. Okay, is this? No, that's not him. We need to talk to somebody. I guess we got the sniffles from trying to go up in the cold. Ah. Alright.
Colonel, please, can you help me?
What can I do for you, Miss Walker?
Okay. Let's ask
I
her.
want to go up to the monastery, but it's so cold outside. Would you have some warm clothes to loan me?
Maybe so. I might find what you want up in the attic. I'll get the ladder out.
I'll pay you for what I use, of course.
Don't you worry, Kachuchka. You're a true ray of sunshine in this dusty old shop. And we don't see sunshine here every day.
Oh, that's so nice of him.
You'll find something that'll fit you in the attic, I'm sure. There you go, miss. I can't climb up there anymore.
Okay. Ugh, that'd be a tough one to climb for me, to be honest. Okay.
Now, where to find someplace appropriate to slip into this?
Well, I think we have someplace appropriate on the train. So I wouldn't do it here. Alright. We have to get on the train. I mean, honestly, we're going to have to go on, get in the train anyhow.
At last, a bit of privacy, for one. Toasty, and not unelegant even.
Aw, she looks cute in that. Alright, now we have to do something else. Hans. Oh, Hans. Okay. Got the Han shroud. I mean, we were gonna have to do that because they will not see anybody unless they have the shroud. All right. It's nice that they make up for the little girl's what happened for the little girl's mother by giving her the not that I, condone what they did. I don't condone what they did at all. Oh, they boarded it up now. Okay. All right. Oh. Okay. So, Well, let's see what goes this way. Now follow this path. Oh. Ah, it's a monk.
Excuse me. I'm sorry to disturb you, sir?
Blessed art thou, my sister. What can I do for you?
Okay.
I'm traveling with an old man, Hans Vorarlberg, and
Vorarlberg. Did you say Vorarlberg, my sister?
you know him?
No, but I know someone else. Can you hear? It is the sweet song of the Merula alba. If only I could catch a glimpse, such a rare, pretty bird. Few are they who say in truth they have spied her beauty. It is probably seeking some other Merula alba.
Oh.
What is a Marula alba?
A rare bird. It can never be seen, as it is as white as snow. They say that when a man sees it, his mind clears, and his intelligence grows and grows.
There seem to be a lot of birds around here.
Yes, yes, but the only one that interests me is the Merula alba.
Okay. All right.
I'm going now. I'll be back soon.
What?
So he wants to see this bird. I think maybe we can get something. This helps us get Hans looked at. Like how she takes off the snow glasses in you know, when we get here. So a man wants to see a rare bird. Well, we'll have to get it somehow, and I think we're going to just need to get a rare bird call. Let's see if the Colonel has a bird call.
Colonel?
Ah, Miss Walker.
Let's see.
Colonel, you don't have one of those whistles for making bird noises among your many treasures here, do you?
A bird call. Why, I sell them by the truckload during the hunting season. I've got a whole collection of them. I think I've got just what you need somewhere. Aha!
Oh. A Gold bird call. A silver bird call. Black bird call. Okay.
Thanks for all your help, Colonel.
The pleasure is all mine, Miss Walker.
So, I gotta figure out which one it is. Actually, well, you don't walk through, so I know which one it is I'm gonna need. I mean, obviously... No. I don't want to put the liver. Don't need to put the liver now. I mean, obviously, we probably have an option to blow the bird call. Or use the bird call. No, you can't. Well, I guess it's probably one of those that you have to hand them to each one to them. So you literally have a 1 in 3 shot with the getting it right on the first go, a 1 in 2 shot out if you don't get it right on the first one. Oh, there was that little critter that we rescued.
Can you hear? Can you hear? The Merula Alba. It is calling to me. Calling to me.
Okay. Well, what a way to do that, you know? Then we're a monk. At least these aren't too bad. Oh, he probably wouldn't have let us up if I had done it just as Kate. Let's see if he responds.
Good evening, sir. My name is Kate Walker. And you are?
All right.
Sorry, Oh. This monk's taken a vow of silence. He won't speak to me.
Okay. What's this? Oh! So this is a candle making... Okay. And then, did that... Okay. Okay. Oh, we got a candle. Okay. Alrighty. Alright. Now we have to... I would not try running in those robes. Ah, it's beautiful. Okay.
Hello? Anybody there? Excuse me.
What? A woman? Women are expressly prohibited. What the devil are you doing here, woman?
My name's Kate Walker. I'm a lawyer from New York.
Okay.
I have come to ask the assistance of the priest healer in the monastery. My friend is very unwell and very old.
Sometimes a body weary of life refuses treatment. That is why we here tend to the soul. From what ailment is your friend suffering?
A high fever. It started with a kind of fit. He fell...
Sometimes we have to just accept the inevitable, my child, and resign ourselves to the call of time.
Ah, boy.
You don't understand. Maybe Hans is old and frail, but he has but one desire: to continue his journey.
We have to learn how to meet our fate, my child. This is God's will.
My friend needs treatment. You are the only one for miles around who can give him the care he needs.
I need a sign from the Almighty, or else I can do nothing for your friend. I am sorry, Miss Walker.
I have a friend who is really sick. In the village, I was told that...
We must all brave the ordeals the Lord sends us, my child.
Okay. Help.
I really need your help, Father. You're our only hope.
My girl, I attend only to extreme cases, grave illness, and madness.
But this is an extreme case, Father.
There is a rule, Miss Walker. You must respect it. Bring me the imprint of your friend's suffering.
I know what you were telling me. I brought the shroud.
Show me, my child. Right. We will go search for your friend.
Uh-oh.
It's our man. He's got something.
Canton? I can barely hear you.
Mr. Martin.
What news have you got?
I talked to the hotel guys, Mr. Martin. She checked out of Arrowbad last week. Headed off with Hans Vorarlberg.
How is she?
Seems her health is fine, Mr. Martin, but,
What?
her behavior seems...
Don't beat about the bush, Canton, please.
Look, Mr. Martin, it's like this. I'm afraid that Miss Walker has been acting, how do you say, differently.
I bet Hans designed that elevator.
Did you sleep well, my child?
Yes, yes, thank you. How is Hans?
Alas, you brought him to us so late, my child. I fear we cannot do much. We are going to concentrate on tending to his soul.
What? What did you say?
The man is worn and old. His final hour is upon him.
But that's impossible.
Your friend is dying. You must believe me, my child.
Oh, bugger. Okay.
I'm going to see Hans immediately.
As you like, Miss Walker. You will find him in his chamber.
Must be that one then.
Hans? Hans, can you hear me?
Kate, where are we?
Don't you worry. You're in very good hands. Hans, we're at the monastery. Do you remember?
In Valadilen, it is 7:15 p.m. Father is always punctual. He never stays at home. He always goes to the factory. He locks himself in his office and...
No, Hans. Valadilen is where you were born. Here, we're in Romansburg. Valadilen is miles away. We're going to take care of you.
Alexei. Find Alexei Tukyanov.
Alexei Tukyanov?
Alexei. He has lived with the Yukols. He can cure me.
Oh.
I'll be back soon.
Okay, Kate.
Kind of let's talk to somebody who was just listening in. Uh-huh.
You like to eavesdrop.
Eavesdrop? No, I clean and clean, that's all.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I've just spoken to Hans.
And what news do you bring, my sister?
He spoke to me of one of your brothers, named Alexei.
Ah, tempus edax rerum. Brother Alexei is not of this world, my sister.
What? Excuse me?
So you don't know this Alexei, do you?
No, no. Omnis homo mendax.
Come on, you must know where Alexei is.
Mors ultima ratio.
Scroll. Oh! Sister, Alexei was a man of God and my friend. He lived away from the monastery for many years among the strange Yukol people and of the great mammoth. Wow. Okay. This might help. Interesting. Can I look at that document again? I'd love to read the documents. Ah, there we go. Okay, among the strange local people and their stories of the great mammoths of old that were divine to them. I am no wise monk, far from it, but I have prayed to God long enough to understand that he takes many different forms in the imagination of men. This might help you. The key is in the light of the mammoth's eye. Okay. Okay. So we're going to have to figure out how to do that. Alright. Let's grab that brush. Because we're going to need that, I think. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that, I guess, Kate, I don't like that you're sneezing. Is this gonna be the library? I hope this is the library. Yep, that looks like a library to me. Okay. 12, 1, 2. Okay. 3, 4, 5. These candles do some weird flickering, I'll tell you that. Not the first time I've seen a game do that, you know. There they oh. We've opened something. Okay. I would not condone running in the library, but when it comes to these ramps, I'm kind of okay with it. Oh, no. No, that's not it. No. Ah, there it is. Okay. 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 Oh! That's interesting. Right here. A hidden room? What's this? Alexei notes, sketches, and from the frozen north. I loaded my bags and provisions onto a sled pulled by several sturdy, healthy beasts, and left the Romansburg Monastery, heading northwards in search of the mysterious peoples inhabiting the vast, desolate wastes of the Siberian tundra. My superiors had conferred on me the mission of evangelizing those pagan tribes from their heathen shamanic beliefs. I traveled under an assumed identity, that of a lowly trapper. I had to be wary of the agents of the state and of the military, for whom any religious activity is suspect. They, for their part, traveled the length and breadth of eastern Siberia trying to convince the villagers of the debatable benefits of collectivism. It took me several weeks to accustom myself to the unfamiliar harness. I found no dogs in Romansburg, and I had to make do with yokis purchased from a hunter. Oh, that's the little critter we saw, the yoki. The yoki is relative to both seals and dogs. In the wild, the yoki lives on river banks. It is an easy capture for the trapper, and its gluttony is well documented. In winter, it gorges itself on orange salmon, a prey that it often has to share in the wild with the fierce Siberian bear, another creature that very partial to the fish. Oh, they're so cute looking. Not as cute as otters, though. Once tamed, the yoki is an affectionate but whimsical animal. It resists all forms of disciplined training, and only if there are no dogs available is it used to pull sleds. Certain Arctic people, however, seem to have better mastered the secret of their domestication, and the yoki is central to their daily activities. Yokol religious mask. Oh. Of all the people who inhabit these god-forsaken regions, I find the yokels the most fascinating. Perhaps that is why I headed for those regions where I was most likely to encounter them. Soul messenger who guides the dying to the other world. The yokel are fearful of him. The journey was long and dangerous. It wasn't until October 27, 1947, that for the first time I made contact with the yokels. I have spent long months living among them. I have come to know them and to understand them for who they are. I soon abandoned any notion of converting them. I applied myself instead to the study of their mores and customs. So little is known about the Yokols, less than is known of any inhabitant of the frozen north. Today they live far, far away at the farthernmost tip of the Siberian tundra. Because of their remoteness and their inhospitable climate, the Yokels have remained small in number, overlooked by the scientific community and the Soviet governmental machine. The only documents available before my departure were several drawings, notes, and photographs taken 100 years ago by a Russian explorer. Marie Bodranov. Is to her we owe what little is of the Yokel people and its culture. The Yokels hark back to the last ice age. Curiously, traces of their presence have been found in Western Europe, more precisely in the heart of the French Alps. In the prehistoric caves of Valladolid. This suggests that Over centuries, they undertook a long migration toward the extreme north of the globe. Searched the sacred harfang. This bird is often inseparable from the yokel shaman. It seems to be considered in turns as his friend representative, and even as his incarnation. Lemmings congregate on the open plains of Syberia. They feed on grains and small fruit that they store in their holes to face the scarcity of the winter months ahead. Lemmings dig deep tunnels in the ice to escape their predators. The hunters they most fear are harfangs, who seem to find lemmings something of a delicacy. On several occasions during my journey, I encountered traces of yokel society far to the west of the areas we know today. Along forest trails, I discovered small piles of carefully piled stones, altars on which yokel hunters made their ritual offerings to one of their pagan gods. We now know the reason for the yokels' long migration. Their domestic economy was, it seems, directly linked to the mammoth. They used the mammoth for both transport and as beasts of burden, for meat, skin, fat, and ivory. It is beyond doubt that we are dealing with a genuine case of symbiosis between man and animal. Mammoths were forced north by changing climatic conditions, and the yokels followed. Some prehistoric cave drawings, identified as being of yokel origin, have led the scientific community to conjecture that at one time the yokels realized the incredible achievements of domesticating mammoths. They are, to our knowledge, the only prehistoric people to have represented a man astride a mammoth. Oh my goodness, there's a lot here, isn't it? Yokel life was thus intimately linked to that of their pachyderms. They used their hides for clothing and to build roofs, walls, and houses. They used their tusks to construct the framework of their dwellings and for weapons, tools, and jewelry. Curiously, the disappearance of the mammoth 12,000 years ago had no immediate impact on the yokels' way of life. It seems that they were able to retain the strong link that tied them to mammoths throughout millennia. As incredible as it might seem, yokels still feed on mammoth meat today, and use mammoth hide for clothing and to roof their dwellings. Their craftsmanship of mammoth ivory is altogether remarkable. It appears that the yokels have managed to retain their ancestral habits by using over the years the many frozen mammoth bodies that are perfectly preserved in the frozen Siberian wastes. They are said to have lived off this enormous pantry for more than 30 centuries. To do this, they have hollowed out a vast network of caves in the frozen ground. According to the intrepid explorer Marie Boudrinoff, yokel civilization has now gone underground. Specialists in the paleontology department of St. Petersburg have never credited yokel myths and legends. However, the legend of the Siberian ice ark is typical of such folklore. It has long been considered a fable told by shaman in the evening to ward off the boredom of the long Siberian winter months. The legend tells that somewhere on a lost island to the north of the tundra, there still exists live mammoth relics of the long-gone Ice Age, a tiny population that has been preserved for more than 12 centuries under yokel care. The island the pachyderms inhabit is called Syberia, with a Y. To my notes, I add the tale of this legend as Marie Boudrinoff related it in her memoirs. It agrees on all points with statements from yokels I had the fortune to meet. Although this story constitutes no proof of the existence of the island of Syberia, it forms a tantalizing hypothesis. Okay, scarlet bramble, bluegrass. When fall arrives, the odor of its flowers is strong, that is known to awaken hibernating yokai. Scarlet bramble mixed with walrus blubber or tallow. This scarlet bramble is frequently used in yokel medicine. The fumes released by burning it have considerable healing properties. The shamans recount that the plant only grows on the tomb of one whose soul is at peace. Okay, Legend of Syberia. At the end of the last ice age, there were huge climatic changes. Much of the land was flooded by water. This sudden environmental variation put the existence of a number of animal species in danger, including the mammoths that inhabited the lands of the Siberian North at the time. The Yokels, a particularly advanced people for the age, set about the construction of an enormous ark like that of Noah, with the objective of preserving the mammoths' objects of religious devotion from extinction. The enormous craft was entirely constructed of mammoth tusks and was loaded with a small herd of beasts and huge quantities of fur. The fate of the ship was entrusted to several particularly courageous members of the Yokel clan. Their mission was to lead the animals towards more welcoming climes. Once such lands were discovered, it was agreed that they would unload the animals and then come back to spread the tidings of their good fortune. It wasn't until 10 years later that the ark returned to its starting place. The Yokels who had remained on the continent were surprised to find the ship empty, but for the perfectly preserved bodies of several mammoths in the ice that packed the bottom of the ship. They took this mysterious offering as a sign from the gods and ate the mammoths in a memorable feast. A week later, carried along by ocean currents, the ark set sail again. Once more, it returned 10 years later with more frozen mammoths on board. The phenomenon continued for millennia. Every 10 years, the ark would reappear, each time filled with immaculately preserved mammoths. The Yokels interpreted the phenomenon as an act of benevolence on the part of the souls of their congeners who had died during the ark's first journey in some infernal maritime cataclysm. They made a religion of the ark with its own rites and customs that was marked by the periodic appearance of the phantom ship and its precious cargo. For centuries, nothing seemed to affect the ark's mysterious roundabout. One day, however, the ark returned earlier than expected and empty. This was 100 years ago. The poor yokels fell into a deep despair. Everything they had believed in and had been the foundation of their culture since the dawn of time lost meaning. The most valiant tried hard to maintain hope, especially because the ark still continued its peregrinations into the unknown, borne away on the seasonal ocean tides. But one morning the ark refused to set sail. Many yokels then left their village forever, trailing their despair across the tundra. Sometimes they can be encountered in the smoke-filled drinking holes of the last outpost of civilization. These poor sodden souls drown their befuddled minds in alcohol, recounting their unlikely mammoth tales to fellow alcoholics. When the explorer Bradrinoff arrived among the yokels, she noted the presence of what was once a ship. Only yokels could perceive the mythical craft of their legends beneath the layers of ice that had accumulated over centuries. She put forward the hypothesis that the accumulated ice had eventually doubled the volume of the ark and rendered it incapable of negotiating the dangers posed by floating ice in the Arctic flow. I, Alexei Tarkanov, can confirm that the observations of this audacious adventure are true. The ark that leads to the Isle of Syberia is indeed real, and even if I have not found the formal proof, I am convinced of this isle's existence, and that remnants of a mammoth population may still live there today. Well, that was a read, wasn't it? Yeah. Alright, now there's something that... Oh! Yokel Relic. Alright! But we also got something else. Information. Information that can help us help Hans. So let's get back to the courtyard. Okay, I guess that's the graveyard. Alright, head back. Ah, here we are. We're gonna need those shears. Because we read what we need to do. Alright, let's go to the graveyard. This doesn't surprise me.
Whiling away those celibate hours. I fear the worst.
Okay.
This casket gives me the creeps.
Okay, we gotta find a certain grave. Kate, can you, I think this is Alexei.
What on earth is... What on earth is... What on earth is...
Yep, that's Alexei's. Oh, he passed away. Dude! He had a century on him, at least. Okay. All right. Time to make another candle. All right. Okay. All right. So. Okay. Now. Hopefully I've done this right. I got a herbal candle. Good. We have a herbal candle. Alright. Let's see if we can heal Alexei. Or not heal Alexei, heal Hans. Okay. All right. Okay. The yokel relic there. And we put the herbal candle. Wow, look at that. Hans? I think we helped him. He's sitting up. He's moving. Alright, I'll be back, Hans. Because I think we've done something amazing here. Okay. What's this? Ornate key, huh? That could come in handy. Ah. Again! Why do all these gates sound so similar? So now I gotta do something else here. Oh. That got that monk away from that grave. I'm just looking better. Well, somewhat better. Well, let's not sure we gotta reposition it. Oh! I think I see now. I don't think they're gonna let us leave. Not unless we do something crazy. And then this will be a good place to call it an episode, I think. Because Hans definitely looks better.
What, Kate Walker?
Let's go.
Yes, Kate Walker. We must be quick.
Yeah, because they think he's good as dead. This is gonna get.
No! Do not go! No! You must stay! Stop them!
So if you made.
That was some ride, huh?
Yes, it was real fun, Kate Walker.
Yes. All right. Now, I think this is a fine place to call it an episode. Oh. We'll save it here. Because, like I said, this is a fine place to save it. And if you made it this far in the playthrough, please put in the comments some sled rides. And next time around, I think we're going to get past this and maybe even leave this town soon. Maybe even moving on to the next section. But until then, as always, this is Rich Kale here on YouTube, a Rich Gen X elsewhere. I invite you to subscribe to the channel and check out all the playthroughs that premiere on the channel. They premiere every day at 3 p.m. in a 2-week cycle, where besides this, I'm working through other games, franchises, and libraries. I'm working my way through the Bioshock series. Currently on Bioshock Infinite. I'm working my way through the Assassin's Creed series, both for the channel and for the podcast games my mom found. Channel-wise, I am on Brotherhood for the podcast. I'm working through Rogue. No, not Rogue. Unity. I'm enjoying that. I am working my way through the Broken Sword games. Currently on the second one, which is Broken Sword 2, the Smoking Mirror, I believe. Working my way through Return to Monkey Island. I'm working my way through the Elvira games. Currently on the first one. Working my way through, I do runs through the game of Monstrum. I'm also working my way through Aquaria and a bunch of other games that premiere at that 3 p.m. time slot. Also at 10 a.m. I have stuff premiering in the mornings on a weekly basis. Sundays, until it's done, Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3 Remastered. Monday, nothing. Tuesday is for fic readings. Wednesday is for one of the first 7 Final Fantasies, first 3 Final Fantasy Legends, or Chrono Cross or Chrono Trigger. Thursday is for Dead by Daylight. Friday is a fighting game, ladder or story mode. And Saturday is usually a retrospective for a game or series that I've beaten the story mode on. So, until next time, I would like you all to take care and have fun. Bye all.